So as you've probably noticed, I'm out in the Dutch Army tent again. I just thought it'd be nice to bring it out. Bit of a weight to carry on your back, but it's nice in the snow, innit? So I've got some footage of the Lavoo, and I've also got the Dutch Army tent now with the snowfall, which is excellent, which is what I wanted. I'll get a few photographs. It'll look pretty darn stunning, won't it? So yeah, we're out for a spot of lunch. We're going to do a little bit of soup, nothing special, nothing, no fry up or anything like that. But we're also out to do the 5 tips. Now, Jimmy Lundy, he tagged me in his video for his 5 tips to wild camping, and a few of the other guys as well. And I've watched their videos, and basically I can't think of anything else that they haven't covered. So in order for it to be a little bit boring, I would have come up with the same things really. So what I'm going to do is slightly change it and do 5 tips for bushcraft. Hope you guys are alright, hope Jimmy's alright with that. But like I say, head over to his channel, go and have a look at his 5 tips there. So tip 1, we're going to look at kit. Now it's a lot similar to the wild camping kit that you guys have probably already seen on YouTube. The only slight difference I would say is what you're going to be doing that day. You need to know exactly what you want to take. So say if you're building a shelter, you'll need your axe with you, you'll need your saw, your knife. If you're creating fire, you're going to need your fire striker, and then again your knife, your saw maybe, possibly an axe, depending on how big you want the fire. So things like that. So make sure that your kit is correct, and you want to, what I do, I basically write it here down on my phone. So any type of kit I will be needing for the following day, say it's a Friday night, I'll go onto my phone and I'll create that kit list, and it's basically a checklist as to what I need to do. And just in regards to kit as well, just before we move on to tip number 2, make sure that you know how to use the kit as well. So say a knife, a saw, make sure you know how to use them. An axe even, you know, you've got to be really careful with these tools. Deadly tools, you know, you might not be coming home if you make a mistake. So yeah, basically learn those tools. Tip number 2, we're going to be looking at first aid kit. So much like your bushcrafting kit, you need to make sure the night before and plan what you're going to be doing that day and what you could quite possibly need just in case of an emergency. Now I'm not going to go into a load of detail, but today I'm just going to be making a fire. So we've got a pair of scissors, we've got some gauze, we've got a whole load of plasters, we've got a bandage, a small bandage as well, and we've also got some Sudocrem cream just in case I burn myself, and that hopefully will get me out. It's only a small kit, like I say. I only tend to bring a small kit. Depends on what you're wanting to do and how far you're wanting to push yourself. So number 3, make sure you come out at least a couple of weeks before, possibly a month, just to recce the area that you're going to be using. Try and come at different times of the day as well, just to see how many people are knocking about and how busy it is basically, especially if it's public land, in which this is. Also, sometimes I use Google Earth. Just jump on that, have a look round, see if there's any roads nearby, any outhouses, buildings like that, farm buildings. There is actually one just over on that hill over there. So I don't often come here. This is more of a day camp place. So, but yeah, I've wrecked it many times before I actually set up with Charlie for our first time with the Lavoo, I think it was, up here. So yeah, just wreck it. Make sure that you have a good look round. Tip number 4, try and find out who actually owns the land. Where I tend to camp and do my bushcrafting, I've come up here for years now, and I know it's mainly public land what I'm actually on. Today's public land. So you can actually find out by going on Google and typing in landregistrysearches.com. Now it's £14.95 I think, and that will basically let you know who actually owns that land. So if you've really found somewhere where you really want to start camping out on, maybe doing a bit of bushcraft, maybe setting up a permanent camp, you might want to go and have a look on there and see who actually owns it. Say it's a farmer, you could approach that farmer, knock on the door with a nice bottle of whiskey, and basically say, is there any chance I could possibly use this land for making YouTube videos, taking my son out, doing a spot of bushcraft, learning a few new skills, life skills and things like that. Just try and talk them round, and the majority of farmers will probably snap your hand off. You know, you're not doing any harm, you're looking after the place. I actually call myself the caretaker of the forest because I keep it tidy, I look after it, I prune, get rid of all the dead sticks and you know, branches and things like that, and just basically keep on top of the area. One problem, I haven't brought the stove out. Now, going back to tip number 1, and make sure that you've got everything that you need for the following day. I did this on purpose, by the way, but it does happen to me regular. I still forget things, no matter how hard or what I do. I even write it down and I will still forget things. Right, so I've just processed some sticks, some twigs. So we've got really fine stuff there. That should help, and then we're on to the more bigger twigs there. But the main concern is not actually getting the fire started on this one. It's actually making a stove to cook our food and our water on. So yeah, let's do that. Right, so this next bit, I'd recommend wearing some gloves for sure. Whoa, it's cold today. Really cold. Okay, so what I want to do is try and pierce a hole into that. managed to get a hot brew out of it, and the soup's on now, so whether it will warm the soup, time will tell. It's doing all right, it's doing okay. I've had better stoves. I reckon that will do now. It's nice and warm. It's not hot, as in boiling hot. Let's try it. That is edible. Got a hot drink out of it, and we got food out of it, so I'm happy, really happy. Right, we are done. Everything is tidied up, all put away. All that's left is just mashed up snow. Nothing I can do about that, guys, but all the rubbish has been tidied up. The stove that we used, you saw me cleaning that out there, that's been popped into the bin bag and into the LK35. So all we have to do now is just pack up the tent and we're going to get away. So thank you so much for joining us on this one. I hope you've learnt something, you guys who are new to bushcraft. Hope I've helped out a little bit. And if so, if you pop it in the comments, I'd be much appreciated. Yeah, just leaves me to say thank you, and hopefully if you have liked it, you'll possibly give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you could share this video, I'd be much appreciated. It does help me out in the algorithms of YouTube if you do that for me, and make sure that we climb high up in the charts. All right, guys, take it easy. See you now.